Alright guys, welcome to the second iteration of this barrel and blade unboxing. Yeah, it's plain green screen. I'm just in front of the screen. I'm not doing anything, so yes, it should be green. So why am I doing this quick intro here? I know some of you, a lot of you, saw the video when it was up briefly yesterday. As much as I like to think that I know everything, I don't. In fact, I know very little. And I I made a mistake. And I did something that I shouldn't have done. So I pulled it. You guys are the best, and let me know that I probably shouldn't have showed something that I did. I shouldn't have done something that I did. Whatever, it is what it is. But you know, good looking out. I appreciate it, and I want to make sure that I'm showing you guys the best possible procedures, practices that I can. I'm going to splice in a new section into here. And some of you will probably figure out where it is very easily. Some of you might not, but I apologize. This is in no way trying to like get a second video out of the box or anything. Somebody already kind of threw that at me. This is because I made a mistake and I'm going to fix that mistake. So I hope you enjoy. Here we go. Take two.
All right, guys. Here we are. Barrel and blade. Here it is. Don't have the barrel and blade knife of the month yet, but we got the main box, the barrel and blade box. For July. Still 2022. All year long. Nothing we could do about it. Remember we thought I said 2021. 2022. It's still 2022. Thank God it's not 2021. But do you remember when we thought 2021 was like the worst it was ever going to get? And then 2022 showed up. So let's get into this thing. And let's see exactly what we've got for the barrel and blade. This is the level 2 box. Of the two levels, of level 1 and level 2, this is level 2. Something plastic, magazine clinch, something like that. Ugh, this thing I hate. What the stripper clips? What the hell are they doing? And then something bulletproof. What is, wow. What the hell is this about this month? All right, hang on. Well, here we go for Operation 61. Some odd stuff we got here. I feel like to properly demonstrate some of this, I'm going to need to go get a couple things, but I'll get that when we get to it. Wow. Okay. Interesting. I can tell that there's going to be some folks that are just gonna want nothing to do with this stuff. But all right, so 2 levels in barrel and blade, level 1, level 2. Let's see. I feel like this time level 2 just includes more stuff, right? It looks like yeah, we've got one more item. So we'll talk about everything that comes in here. So yeah, so interesting box. I'm not sure what the theme on this is, or if there is a theme, or how it all goes, but we will. What an interesting box they put together this month. So let's go over it and look at it and talk about it. And I'm baffled and kind of mind blown that they put some of this stuff in here. But so we're gonna start with this Cold Steel Delta Dart. So the Cold Steel Delta Dart is it's gonna get you through. Some of these are made pure polymer, and yes, they will get you through detection devices. Some of them include trace amounts of ferrous materials so that they still spike a metal detector. I don't know I don't know how this one is made. But now this will deform. This will not, like, if you jab this, and I'm just saying, guys, I'm just saying, I'm not suggesting you should do this. I'm just saying, if you were to plunge this into a body cavity and it were to hit bone, it would definitely, I mean, it would shred through soft tissue and organs, but you hit something solid, and yeah, this point then deforms. It doesn't maintain. It's still polymer, it's plastic. But it's enough to defend yourself one time, if need be. And then if you are familiar with Kubotan techniques, you can absolutely use this. Interesting. This $5. I'm just going to put it up there in the interesting pile. It's backed up by the Cold Steel Fox Ring Dagger. Also in the might get you through security department. And this one, now we're going to look at all the elements of this thing because it has a reinforced tip for piercing. I don't know exactly what clothing, maybe. Serrated edges. Yes, this will be not fun for someone that you use it on. But again, you know, it has its use limitations. It's not a, you know, if you actually have to use this, it's a one-time thing. But it can do damage to a physical body. Absolutely. Is this soldered on? So what they did was, so they put these metal rings on there, soldered on there. So yeah, it will set off some kind of detection device because it's hitting the magnet up there and it's sticking. But you could clip that off so easily, and then you're not setting on. Anyway, some people will be really into these. I don't know. There's something strangely attractive about this one to me. This is $9. $5, $9. I don't know, guys. Next, we have the Blackbeard Morale Patch. This is a $5 item. Patch of the month. Are they giving us? If they give us a patch of the month and every month we get another patch, that would actually be. I would enjoy that, just collecting the patches. This is the standard size for a uniform name patch or a flag patch. So interesting design. I'm not saying I would wear it around, I don't know, but if you're collecting patches and they do a patch of the month, there you go. Okay, next we have NC Star stripper clips. All right, guys, let's talk about this next item. Let's talk about the NC Star stripper clips. These are specifically for 223/556. This is a package of 20. Now I have in front of me, I want to be specific, these are regular old bullets. There is nothing special about these bullets. They don't do anything. They don't have any special qualities. I just have regular, boring ass NATO standard 5.56. Okay, all right. Everybody clear about that. That's all they are. All right, so let's talk about this item. And this is a great opportunity to talk about something that many people are confused about. This is a magazine. This is a clip. This is not a clip. When you want to load something with a magazine, it's this. You don't say, hey, give me a clip and grab one of these. That's this. This is a clip. So what are these for, and why are these actually a good item in this box? Well, number one, they're only a good item if you are, once again, if you are someone who shoots. And a little backstory to this. So when in the military, ammunition comes in big green metal boxes, big green metal ammo cans. And inside those big green metal ammo cans, which also come inside big crates with lots of metal ammo cans. When you open them up, you get little cardboard boxes. And inside those cardboard boxes, you get these. You get stripper clips full of ammunition. And this is exactly how it comes when you take it out of the box. It comes like this rather than just like this, because it is easy for you to load into a magazine. So every unit is issued just crates of ammunition, basically. Goes to supply. Supply is also issued a bunch of magazines, which is then hand receipted out. They are what we call consumable items. So you can kind of lose them. You can not return with them, but there's not an infinite supply of magazines. Your unit there's not like a magical magazine fairy that shits out new ones every time you need a new magazine. So typically, this is typical, this is not always, everybody in the field gets a total of basically 7 magazines. Maybe some more, depending on your supply situation. But you get the 6 that go in your pouches. Okay, sometimes you get 10. A lot of times you get 10. So you've got the 6 that go in your pouches, in your plate carrier or tack vest or your old TA-50, whatever it is. 1 that is actually in your rifle, and then you get 3 more that you just carry wherever in a pouch or in a pack or whatever that are loaded, ready ammunition. And then you also get boxes of ammunition that you will take some with you if you go outside the wire, but most of it just stays back. It stays back. And then when you return after whatever, if you need to replace expended ammunition, you use this system. And this is exactly what the military does. This is exactly how we load our magazines. Now, by the way, you are expected to make every effort to return with as many magazines as you left with, because again, there's just not an infinite supply of magazines. In the heat of operations of combative battle, if you drop one and you can't recover it, that's fine. It's not only that. Not only is it just the number of magazines, but any metal left behind, especially in like Iraq or Afghanistan, any metal left behind automatically is IED fodder for the bad guys. It could be useful military tool. It could be the design for a trigger for an IED. Like the next guy sees this lying on the ground, picks it up, and boom. Or here's metal that can become fragments for something else. So anyway. So the way this works is these stripper clips have these little tabs at the end, and you will slide. You see the little end of your ammunition. You'll slide them into the channels there, and you'll bend the tab at the end, and you can take. So civilian ammunition does not come loaded in stripper clips. It just comes in boxes, basically, most of the time, in little styrofoam little trays. You can load your stripper clip up like so, and then you can store it ready or whatever. But some people call this a spoon. It has a specific number, like a clip magazine adapter or something like this. These come in all of the ammo cans, okay? So these are valuable. This interfaces directly with your magazine. And this is a kind of a USGI style magazine, okay? And I have, this one is by Lancer. I've got this specifically because there's Lancer equipment in here. This is a PMag. You'll see it's got channels there to interface specifically with the adapter. Little tougher, but it does it. And then this is a hex mag. And there you go. Now, the reason this makes loading your magazines really easy is because what you would do is you would take your stripper clip, and I'll use the close end. You slide it down into your adapter, and now all you got to do is, and then you take it off, and your magazine's loaded and ready to go. And that's the actual military way that we load individual magazines. Whether you're on the range, whether it's you're actually in the field, deployed, whether it's live rounds, blank rounds, dummy round, whatever it is, this is the way that we actually do it. So, if you are one who shoots, this is a really nice item to have. I like this item. Now, I don't personally remember the actual value that they put on the card because I'm doing this a few days after the fact now, but I looked around. So this is available according to the NC Star website at 4 different distributors, and it ranges from $11.99 to $20. Even at the high end, $1 a piece. And what's kind of crazy is, military-wise, people just throw these things away when they're done. These get tossed. Even when you're on the range for qualification, you load your stuff, and basically they get tossed away. These things too, people just throw them away. But these are actually worth some value. So I think that this is a cool thing to have. It makes storing ready ammunition for loading easy and convenient. Keeps your ammo organized, and if you have the proper tool, very easy to load into your various magazines. So cool item. I definitely like it. If you're not into shooting, and they have this, by the way, they have these in different, some different calibers for some different types of rifles. If you're not into shooting, it's useless to you. Completely useless. Waste of $20. If you are an AR platform shooter, it's awesome. So let's get back to the rest of the video. What's next? The Lancer Systems magazine coupler. Okay, so actually, after the rest of the video, I realized, and I'll slip this in, I was an idiot when I was talking about the magazine coupler was not that little stripper clip thing. It was this, the magazine cinch, because this is magazine cinch. They're talking magazine coupler, this little thing for $22. So, yeah, okay. So this lets you, basically, it lets you connect two magazines. Movie style, I'm assuming, which, you know, which we don't normally do in real life. Now it says it's made specifically for, well, it's made for Lancer magazines and polymer magazines, but it also works on the actual USGI magazines. So we're gonna need a screwdriver, I guess, to open this thing up. That's phenomenal. So basically you can slide your magazine in. This is the only Lancer magazine I have. It's little. Will like a PMag fit in it? No, it won't, because actually this is an MFT mag, but it has that little ridge there. So, I mean, basically what they're talking about there, USGI mag does fit in it. Yeah. So, you know, this goes in like that, and then this fits in the other way. I'm assuming, you know, upside down, so that you can have one magazine in, and then, oh, so you get two of them. You get two of them, okay. Yeah, or these extra pieces, or I don't know. No, this looks like you get two whole things. So you can build another one. So magazine in, run out of ammo. With this one, you'd have to move this one up even more, but run out of ammo, take it out, put the other one in. You know, like in movies, you see them duct taped together and stuff like that. Nobody really carries them like that, because then you expose the other end to all sorts of dirt and dust, and you can mess your bullets up. And I've never in my entire military career seen anybody carry magazines like that, but you can do that with these. So there you go. I don't know. Okay. Next, we have a Hoorag Skull Daddy bandana. The better bandana. This thing is $16. Let's see. It's a little stretchy. This is a bandana? This is not a bandana. This is a gaiter. And I probably would never use this. I would not use this for anything. Wear it as a face mask, neck gaiter, headband, and more. UPF 30 sun protection rating. Okay. Nah. I think that it's honestly, I think skull masks and all that stuff are incredibly cheesy and just dumb. I would never use this. I mean, I might use it for other purposes, but I don't like to wear gaiters and stuff like that. It's not a bandana. They said it's a bandana. It is not. That's not what a bandana is, but okay. Next, the Pitbull Tactical Universal Mag Carrier. So, I've gotten this before. I think I've gotten it twice before in different boxes. I know somebody that loves this thing. I'm just have not been a fan of it personally. So it's got this elasticy thing in it, so it stretches out a little bit. You can put. I don't have a magazine for a handgun readily available right here, but it does work. It retains. I can attest that it holds a Glock 9mm mag as well as it holds a Springfield XD 40 caliber magazine, both of them very well. And it, you know, holds on to a belt fairly well, or a waistband fairly well. It is very lightweight. I personally just don't like it. That's just me. It's just my personal preference. It does its job. And this is $25. Who's in the market for a universal mag carrier? Yeah. I just, personally, I don't, this is not my favorite go-to, but it is made in the USA. So I've got that. And then finally, so our level 2 item, I know that the media plays up violence like crazy, and if we believe the media and how much, how many shootings there are in gun violence, according to their stats and numbers, everybody in the country should be dead by now. But this is definitely nothing to sneer at, not a bad thing to have. 3A protection, this thing will stop a .44 Magnum. I mean, pretty good. You can put this in, and this is a soft plate. So this is not going to stop a high velocity rifle round because it's not a hard trauma plate, but this will afford some protection. This is the kind of thing that if you are worried about kids in school, this will fit in a backpack and barely take up space. It's one of the things that, I've seen kind of a recommendation. That backpack then becomes an armored shield for kids. It will fit in a plate carrier and be a lightweight, vest, lightweight armor in that plate carrier. You can add this to whatever you already have in your plate carrier because it's so thin and lightweight, and just add that extra protection level. Or you can just put this in I don't know, a briefcase or a messenger bag or something, and then use it as, like I said, as a quick response kind of piece of body armor, if you ever need it out in the world somewhere. This is a very good quality piece of protective device here. $80 price tag on it, but this is life-saving in the event that you actually need it. And statistically speaking, I have to say this. I know the news makes it sound like everybody's getting shot everywhere all the time, but statistically speaking, your chances of being caught up in some what's the word, some random shooting are very small, are incredibly small. But I definitely would rather have it than not have it. So this is pretty cool to have, and pretty cool for them to send out. I'm glad to have it. For whatever I choose to use it for, whether I put one in each kid's backpack, for school related stuff. I'm sure every parent says nothing bad ever happens around here, but nothing bad happens around here. But I rather put it in there, and know they have it, or whatever. So cool. So there are some kind of like, this thing is ridiculous. The patch has no practical use, but if patch collectors, if they're doing a patch of the month, that would be cool. I'd be happy to see that. These things, like I said, you're either into them or you're not. You're into them or you're not. But as someone who shoots and someone who recognizes the value of this has practical value. This is cool to have, and I just happen to have some of these left over from military. Because what happens with these, by the way, these stripper clips, like when you get them issued, and these adapters, they just throw them away. They throw them away if people don't keep them. If people choose, because every time you open an ammo crate, these things are in there, and they are thrown away, literally just tossed. So it's cool to see them packaged up. I like that. And recognizing that for a lot of our viewers around the world, where the culture does not embrace firearms like ours does, this might have nothing for you. I really do want to know what you guys think. I know exactly. I'm already preparing for who's going to say, blah, hate it, don't want it, and that's cool. I totally respect your opinion, your right for your opinion to differ from mine. I respect people with differing opinions as much, if not more, than people who agree with me, because that is the whole reason that our country here, that this nation exists, is so that people can freely disagree. That's the point. That's the point of that First Amendment thing. It's not freedom to just go along with everything. It's the freedom to not want to go along with things. So please do not be afraid to speak your mind if it differs from what I say and what I agree with and what I like. Doesn't mean I'm not going to respond and maybe give some counterpoints, but I absolutely 100% respect to those of you guys who are like, I live here and we don't have guns and I don't like guns. You know what? Totally, you're right to feel that way. I just might not necessarily agree with it. And you might not necessarily agree with the fact that, you know, I support the whole Second Amendment thing and the right to bear. But doesn't mean we can't get along on other things. We can't agree on other stuff. You know, a world where everybody agreed on everything would be a boring, terrible world. So, all right, guys, enough preaching there. Please let me know what you think of this box. Link to Barrel and Blade, as always, in the video description if you're interested. This is kind of a interesting, weirdish month box, but I like what I like. I don't like what I don't like, and you know, there's everything in between. So remember that you guys are all absolutely awesome. I appreciate every single one of you, and I'll be back again real soon.